In this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the client dashboard. Whenever you are about to start a session, you might want to see how your client has been doing in the past few days. So maybe that way you know what you need to pay more attention to, or maybe some behaviors have been spiking or some skill has been decreasing. And you might want to have a better understanding of what has been happening in the past few days. So that way, whenever you are doing some intervention or some trials, you can pay more attention to your surroundings and things that might be influencing whatever is happening with the data based on what you have seen for the past few days. So here I am looking at all the clients, and let's select Cameron for this example. Right when you land on the client overview, you have a quick at a glance view of the top 5 behaviors and skills that have had the most change compared to last week. For example, here we have non-compliance, and we can see how it has had a decrease of 84% week over week. You also have the view of the last time collected in the last session, and you can immediately also drill down into any of these just by tapping on it. The default graph that you will see is going to be for the last 14 days, but you can customize this however you need to. You can select from any of the preset dates, or you can select your own custom range. You can also see the data daily, weekly, or monthly, and by session. From here, you can also see any of the other behaviors, and you can do the same with the skills. Let's say, for example, that you see any of these that has a significant increase, for example, requesting items, which is good. So it has gone from almost nothing, or actually zero, to increasing 33%, and now it is hovering 41%. So that is why it is showing a significant increase for this week compared to the previous week. You can also, from the client dashboard, go into each individual session, and you have a quick way of going into any of the session by using the calendar. So let's say that I want to see a session that happened a few weeks ago. So I can go back to November, let's say, for example, the 12th, and I can immediately go and see the details for this particular session. I'm going to be covering the session details in a future video, but for now, let's continue looking into the client dashboard. The other thing that you can see from here is the ABC data. And in this example, there is no data collected for today, but you can immediately collect any data from here, and it will show up for all the previous dates when the data was collected. If you are a case supervisor, you can add skills and behaviors for this client. And I will also be covering this in more details in other videos. You can start a session, or you can manage access if you are a part of a team. You can edit the client data. You can do a basic export or a more advanced one for PDF, Excel, or CSV. Or if this is a client that you are not working with anymore, you can just archive it. One last thing that I want to mention from the client dashboard is that you can also add appointments for the client right here. So future appointments that you can schedule here. I can specify any day in the future. Let's say today at 3 p.m. And it's going to be until 4 p.m. It's going to be just once, and save it. And because it is close to that time right now, it is going to even allow me to start the session just from here. So you create your appointment and you start a session. Note that you can also start a session without an appointment, which was covered in the Getting Started video. And I'm going to talk more about that in future ones, but you can also do it from an appointment that you just created here. So that's the client dashboard. To recap, before any session, you can see the top 5 behaviors and skills with the biggest changes. Drill into any graph or customize their ranges, review the ABC data and past sessions, schedule appointments, and start sessions directly. All of these give you the context you need to run a more informed, effective session. In the next video, I'll walk you through the recording methods available in TallyFlex.